might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
Are you ready? We the best. It's time.
Welcome back to another Thursday night. It's been forever since I've been with you on Thursdays. We're back at it again, Jenkins tonight. If you do not know who I am your host of the show and of the channel. I'm Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win. We are going to get it tonight. Continuing on what we left off with Jenkins, we're going to try to get our node application processing through Jenkins server that we have installed on AWS, installed via Docker. Sounds like a mouthful, but that's why we're here. We are here to learn. All right. So with that being said, we are going to jump into our agenda for tonight. So let's kick it off like this. First and foremost, as always, I just want to say a big thank you to all of the viewers, all of the subscribers, the new subscribers, the ones who are helping us grow so fast, but as well as those who have been subscribed to me for a very long time, who rock with me on the live streams, who watch quietly, who watch the videos, who leave me comments. All of you guys, I appreciate you guys so much.
I appreciate you.
And I appreciate getting to share my insight, being able to share my experience, being able to share whatever it is I can share with you. I appreciate Jamal Parks for calling in on Tuesday. That was like our first call in, and it was a great conversation. So really appreciate all of you guys. And of course, I have to say a big salute to all of my tech savages. And let's run them down. All right. So we have the tech barbarians. We have the tech prodigy members. Those are my coaching group members. We have the technical explorers. We have the tech mercenaries. Those are the YouTube members. And we have the bag. Shout out to the bag chasers as well. But we're growing so fast that we even have people creating their own faction of the tech savages. We have the newest group. You know, I don't know how I feel about it, but we have the tech pookies as well. I don't know what to tell you, but hey, that's the group that's the faction they came up with. It is the tech pookies. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That was my reaction. But hey, I'll take it. I will take the support. Shout out to you all. I really appreciate all your support and all your insight, everything. I appreciate it all. I appreciate it all. Once again,
I appreciate you.
And
let's get it.
All right. So we're going to jump into it. So first, I just want to let you guys know, if you haven't done so already though, help the channel grow. We are doing some great things here. And there is so much more that we're going to do that I'm going to share with you as well, right? Like from now till infinity and beyond. All right. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, help us grow, like the video for the algorithm, hit the notification bell so you can know every time we drop new content. Because guess what? Believe it or not, I am working on a plan and a goal to be able to drop more content. Can you believe that? More content than I do now? Yes, I want to drop more content so that I can always keep you informed with a different perspective, a different idea on how to do things, you know? So check that out. As well as, if you haven't already, do me a big favor. You can sign up for free. Go to techcoachralph.dev, sign up for the Patreon. I am giving free access to the sprint reviews that the Tech Barbarians do, so that you can have an insight on the type of meetings that go on in a development environment, how we review the work that we've done, and how and with the Technical Explorer tier and up, you get access to the full Scrum Night, where we do our sprint review, we do our sprint retrospective, and we also do our sprint planning for our next 2 weeks. And if you see that and you say, you know what, I really want to participate to build some experience, you can even join yourself to become a Tech Barbarian, and we will. It's not that we can, but we will run it up together. All right. So that is techcoachralph.dev. Get free access to the sprint review, and then we can go from there. All right. Just check it out. It is very, very insightful. And I'm going to be uploading those every 2 weeks, as well as the entire Scrum Night for the paid members to see like everything that's going on. All right. So that is that. All right. Now, let's jump in to our live stream schedule. So what is the schedule? What in the world is the schedule? So first and foremost, we have our Sunday afternoons. We are doing software explorations. We are diving into the dark waters of DevOps. Yes. You know, we were getting our feet wet with Terraform like since a year ago, just about a year ago. And now we're like, all right, it is time to take the plunge into the deep end. We're getting into DevOps. I think this Sunday we'll probably starting to look at Docker. I'm not gonna say very well versed with Docker, but I'm very familiar with Docker. So we'll have some overviews on that and start doing some little projects here and there. And then we're just gonna get more and more into it, looking into microservices, how to do that, and you know we're just gonna go and get well versed with DevOps as a whole, starting off with Docker. Monday, our morning shows, Coffee and Kata in the morning, the morning shows, right? Mondays and Wednesdays, so it's right around 6:45 to 7 a.m. You know, we'll figure that out. But that we review some news articles. And then we also do some mobile development work. Yesterday, on this new laptop, we're able to get you should see how fast the emulator is starting up now. It used to take us like 5 to 10 minutes for the emulator to start up. It starts up in like 30 seconds now. And I had three emulators running at the same time, with the IDE running, launched the application on it while streaming. And the computer looked at me. It was like, is this the best you've got? It said, is this the best you've got? I was like,
Ain't believing us.
But now we will unleash the power of Excalibur. That's what I named the laptop. All right. So we're going to be doing some great things from now going forward. So Tuesday nights, we have our Q&A session where I find questions. You might have questions in the chat. You can even call in. Let's have a conversation, ask your question, and you know, I'll do my best to help you or get you the answers that you need. All right. So definitely want to tune into that. Thursday nights, it is more software explorations. We do so much software explorations on this channel, right? But more software explorations. We're going to be working on Jenkins again tonight. We did it 2 weeks ago. And we're gonna continue. I think maybe next week we might continue with Jenkins again, but we're going to do Docker maybe locally in the spirit of DevOps, and then maybe we'll try with Team City, maybe Circle CI. We'll figure it out. What we're gonna do. But we're doing Jenkins, that software explorations, just exploring, getting our feet wet. Saturday mornings, my favorite. It has been my favorite show. It has been my favorite show. What do we do on Saturday mornings? What do we do on Saturday mornings? Saturday morning, we have the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate, That's the weekly economic numbers review, where we're reviewing different data points on how the economy is doing. This week, we saw the stock market take a little bit of a tumble, but the past couple of days, it's been coming back up a little bit, but who knows? Who knows what the next few months will bring? But we're going to be reviewing the job numbers. We're going to be reviewing consumer price indexes, all this type of stuff. And because we don't have that much specific data points to review this week, but we do have some videos about us. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Let's clap it up, because we're going to talk about this on Saturday morning as well. The U.S. has hit 35 trillion. Can you count to 35 trillion? How long would it take you to count to 35 trillion, huh? $35 trillion in national debt. So clap it up, clap it up. We are doing the damn thing. All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. When we say let's run it up, I don't think we meant the national debt. We did not mean the national debt. We sure didn't. Bruh. All right. So that is our live show schedule. Something just about every single day. Tap in with us and let's win together. Let's run it up, just not the national debt. Now, pre-recorded content. What is our pre-recorded? All right. So Mondays, candid conversations. We just have some real talk. This past Monday, I shared with you the way that I think that boot camps scam and lie to you. Yes, to you. Yes. You. You're looking. You're like, is he talking to me? Yes, I'm talking to you. That's how they scam and lie to you. All right. It's terrible, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Maybe not, but I have to let you know. I have to be honest with you. All right. Wednesdays, we have software explorations. Yesterday we did a Python overview. Just, general intro to Python, where it came from, why it's so popular, why I think Python is the best first language that you should learn. Not the only language, but it's the best first language. All right. And then Fridays, we have the bug bite. Tomorrow, I'm going to be scheduling it after the show. But tomorrow, we're just going to be looking into what's going on with the TikTok ban and the lawsuit between the Department of Justice and TikTok. All right. So that's what we are going to be looking to this week. And then throughout the week, we're releasing additional content, clips from the Q&A show. I'm working on getting more content released during the week so that you can stay well informed. And because sometimes you can't catch all the live streams, they can be pretty long, but I'm going to be cutting the important parts of them and uploading that so we can have more content throughout the day, and that you can catch them in little bits and pieces so that you stay in the loop all the time. All right. So that is that. All right. Let me go and check the chat. I don't want to neglect my people. But you know that I said my people, all right. So let's go to chat. Oh my God. We got Roxy with a question mark. What's the question? What's the question? Am I missing something? All right. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. So your car says the tech pookies are in the building. Hey. It is what it is. Hey, Roxy, how are you doing tonight? And she says, where the tech... See, I remember, I thought I could have sworn that Roxy was advocating against the tech pookies. What is going on here? I don't know. But hey, if you guys like it, then I love it. Let's do it. Let's get it. All right. And let's see, Broward County Park. Broward County at the park. Oh my goodness. And we got my guy Junior in the building. What's going on, Junior? How are you doing tonight? Let's see what else we got. Says, does this mean I'm a tech? Oh my goodness. This is too much. All right, we got our celebrity in the house. Says, take off the blazer, loosen up the tie. Superman is alive. That's right. Mitch is in the building. What else we got? Your car says stop the show. All right, and let's see. All right, so you notice he didn't mention us on Saturday. Guy gets a new trash laptop and now he's acting brand new. All right, my apologies. I apologize. See, me when I'm wrong, I'm not afraid to apologize because I was getting so into what we're gonna be talking about on Saturday that I forgot to mention the co-hosts of the show are the one, the only, Mitch and Yakar. I could not do the Saturday morning shows without them. So Mitch, please, Mitch, please. And I'm gonna even play some of this music. I'm gonna play some of this music, right? Please, Mitch, please. I ask for your pardon and your forgiveness. Please accept my sincerest apology. All right. There was no disrespect meant whatsoever. All right, Mitch. Come on. Mitch, you know, Saturday mornings belong to you and your car. I am just the humble face. Well, maybe not so humble, but hosting. All right. I'm just the voice. I am just the voice. All right. Let's see. He said he mad. I said I'm leaving. Come on, Mitch. You can't leave, Mitch. You know you can't leave. Where would we be without you, Mitch? Come on. All right. So, oh my goodness. It says I almost signed somewhere else. I'm telling you, Mitch, the grass is not always greener on the other side. Let's see what else we got. It says, who bought that laptop? Yeah, exactly. See, there you go, your car. I slapped the franchise tag. I'm always analyzing, and that's the thing. And that's when you deal with these data people, I don't know Mitch, who's worse? Is QA worse in analyzing or is data worse in analyzing? Because it's like we're always competing. Like who's gonna catch the little slip ups the most, But Mitch is always on point. And we got Ferris in the building. What's going on, Ferris? And Ferris says, not the violin. No. Hey, sometimes you gotta do it. That's your car says. He says to Junior, don't be talking on the laptop I bought you. You guys are too much. All right. And a call. Ferris says to the tech pookies, rise up. I mean, hey, only the tech pookies are in the chizat. And lastly, Mitch says data is probably worse. QA right there. We are right there. We're like, hey, you see that one little pixel? This is off by a pixel. I am not going to pass this. You have to take it back, fix it, and then we're gonna go through a full round of testing again because that little pixel should be that way, right? Just that way, right? I am just saying, all right? Mitch, I hear you and I see you, Mitch. I hear you and I see you. We have to unburden those pixels. All right. I had to throw that in there, right? All right. So I'm in my own group. All right. So let's get started with this. All right. It is a little bit of an icebreaker because my good friend Don, he sent me a GitHub repository. So Don, I'll put this up real quick. Don, he created the GitHub repo called Chaos Camp. And inside Chaos Camp, that's a whole bunch of different challenges that you can do to help build your technical skills, help build your testing skills, things like that, right? Things like that. So I just wanted to share the one that he sent me like maybe 2 days ago, where it is called the Needle in the Haystack Challenge, right? So, and I said the icebreaker, I just named it. What did Don do? Because before I even show that, I'm going to show you all the different things he's created. All right. So all the different repos he's created. So, and we've done some of these, on the We've done some of these on the channel, but I just wanted to share that with you because this stuff, like, it can really help you pick up your technical skills. So that being said, all right, so this is the repo. The newest one is the needle in the haystack challenge, but he did the rock, paper, scissors API challenge, which is really cool. I even thought about, I should build a UI around this because it's a really cool where it's like you're playing rock, paper, scissors against the computer and or against the API. And, it's pretty cool repo, but it's like, there's different web automation challenge. There's like rocket, crawler, troller, over-engineered is a pretty cool one. The AI test challenge is a pretty cool one. I think that was the last one that we worked on. He created the rapid automation load performance harness, which is an API testing tool. Really cool stuff, right? But I want to take a look at this needle in a haystack challenge. So let's take a quick look at this and see what it's all about. Let me hide this real quick. All right, so this is the README. And I guess this is a screenshot from how this thing works. It says, this project provides a simple web application to exercise your automation skills by finding the needle in a haystack of drop-down options. The application is containerized using Docker and can easily be deployed using Docker Compose. And, I'm a big fan of Docker as always. And the reason that I like to share this is because in trying to figure out this one challenge, you get exposure to Docker, you get exposure to setting it up on your computer, you get exposure to using GitHub to pull it in, and then you can even push it up to your own GitHub, so you can fork this branch, push it up, like make any modifications, push it up. You can access for code review, and we can even do the code review live on air. I can even bring Don up as well to talk about it and help with the code review, and this is why I like to promote this, because it is very, very helpful and very, very cool to be able to experience these different type of technologies. All right, so let's keep reading. Table of content, the prereqs, getting started, clone the repository, build and run with the Docker Compose, a project structure, all that, right? So ensure you have the following installed on your computer. So Docker and Docker Compose. If you don't have that installed on your computer, I do have a video. I think I have a video showing how to install that. But if not, it's pretty easy to get that installed. And he has the links. I'm going to drop this in the chat as well. But Don does have the link to, let me drop that right there. All right. And yeah, Don has a link to Docker Compose to get that installed. Then he shows you how to clone the repository in the command prompt, go into the folder, and then you build and run with Docker Compose. So Docker Compose up and you build it. And then you go to localhost on your computer. Maybe we'll do this at some point, not today, and then, all right, so the goal of this web application is to find the needle in the drop downs with the grid. Once you find it, select it and change the status to success and label color to green. You can use any tool and technique you choose. Key is the test needs to be flake free. So that means every time you run it, it should always pass. So you're going to be finding the one in here that's going to have the word success. So that means, and I believe knowing Don is going to be randomly changing one of these to success. And then you have to go in there and you find it. Let me see if I can open this up. Oops. He has what? I didn't know Don had a YouTube channel. Boom, subscribe. All right. And notification bell hit. All right. So let's watch that again. All right. So you see how all those are changing and stuff. So then you have to find the one that is the needle in the haystack. And then you're going to choose success in the drop down. And then you are going to, change the color to green. All right. So that's so let's go back to, all right. So that is the repo that Don created, which I think is going to be a very cool experience and going to help you with like different testing, different coding type stuff. So really cool. Definitely want to check that out. All right. So let's go back to full screen and let's finish up with the chat, and then we're going to actually get to work. All right. So let's see. And Junior says, be unburdened by what was and what can be. Exactly. 2024, 2025, no more burdens. All right. And we can start that with lowering inflation. How about that? That'd be very helpful. Mitch says that I see them subs. You see that? We are growing. And Yakar says, we your people till this day. I got, and tell what did Don do? What did Don do? I tell you. And let's see. What else we got? Where was I? See, like I said the other day, I always end up right at the end. See, I'm not with that anymore. Causes too many problems. I'm telling you. See, and now, Mitch, I just saved you from.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
See, you gotta follow. You gotta follow me, Mitch, because I'm telling you, I might be wrong 99% of the time. That 1% is very, very important, right? That 1% that I'm right, it is very, very important. And your car says, I hired the Chinese phone farms to assign more subscribers. No, that's a little jokey joke. He did not do that. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's see what it says. That's why I don't fly the flag. Too much drama attached to it. So better fly solo dolo. 100% agree. Stand on your own 2 feet. All right. I'm just saying. It says salute to the tech pookie girl. Oh my goodness. And let's see what else we got. Let's see. I'm gonna be honest with you, Roxy. When he said it, that's what I thought in my head. Roxy says, thank you for not saying Pukisha. I that's what I thought in my head, that was the name that I thought he was gonna say. I could never refer to you as that. That's what the tech tyrones call their women. We have respectable women over here at Tech Pookies Incorporated. Oh my goodness. Great job, Yakar. Great. See, that's why Yakar and Mitch and everyone else is so helpful. And says Ralph about to tear up. I remember when he had 300 to 400 subs. All my foolishness. I'm proud of that chump. You're so right. You are so right, Mitch. You are so right. You know what? I'm gonna share this. Based on, you know what I do in order for continuous growth and drive and motivation and dedication. I set what's the word I'm looking for? I set goals, and even like I said, all right. When I got started, I said, all right, there's this one person. I'm like, you know what? They said something to me. I was like, all right, I'm going to surpass you. And it wasn't even that person. It was somebody who knew that person, right? I'm like, I'm going to surpass you, because they were like telling me this and that. I'm going to surpass you. And then I'm like, all right, now that I blew him out the water, and I'm like, all right, so now I need another challenger, another opponent. And I just set these challenges to myself. I'm like, all right, so now once we get past that, I'm like, all right, so now who's next? And that's how I just keep like coming up with different ideas, because I'm like, I need an opponent. And I just create my own opponent in my mind. It might be something that I'm really cool with. I don't care, because it's my drive and my, like, what am I using to challenge myself, so it's like when I get ready for competition, so and that's why the world thrives on competition. And when people try to stifle competition, that is a big failure in my book. And Junior says, what did I miss? Pookie and Pukisha and Tyrone. Hey, Junior, tech does not discriminate. Everyone is welcome. All right. It's just like tech Tyrones. Hey, everyone is welcome. It's welcome. And Yakar says, that's dope. That takes time for real when you're only doing tech videos. Much respect. Thank you. Run them subs. Yeah, you know what? And go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's run it up together. Says, we are now tech Pookies. We don't mess with tech Tyrones and Pukishas. We only mess with the tech Pookie girls. I'm with it. He is very funny. I must say. All right. All right. Let's do some work. Let's do some work tonight. All right. So with that being said, we are going to get into AWS and we're going to start up our EC2 instance. All right. Let's see. Let's go with this one.
It's time to do.
And this one, so we're inside AWS, and my billing forecast looks a lot better than it looked last month. I'll tell you that. Which we're able to figure out how to reduce the cost, which is very, very important. Now I see why companies are always looking at how to reduce costs, because we don't want to fumble any bags. 0 bags fumbled. All right.
Bruh.
So let's go to EC2. And we're going to go to, let's go here, and we're going to start up our Roscoe Jenkins EC2 instance. Click here, and we're going to start it. Why are you acting like that? See if I can fit it in better. There we go. All right, so it's getting started. And then we're going to navigate to the address once it's up. We're going to need the public address. All right, and I'm trying to remember what port we went on last time. I guess we can see it from over here. Let me see. Networking. I don't know. We'll find it. So, let's see. Have this one. There we go. So let's go to this. And we're going to go to a new tab. We're going to paste that in. And let me see. Is it 8080? Maybe it was 8080. Let me go to the security group to see what port we were allowing traffic on. Oh, it might have just been 80. Just port 80. All right, so let's go back. Is the instance started? It is initializing, so we're on port 80. Let's see if it comes up. I also got to see what IP address we're coming from now. Because if the security group, okay, so this is the IP address. Oh, no, it should be able to go from any IP address. So let's see. I know why. All right, hold on. We need to go and log into the server and start. So let's go to the other screen. And let me zoom in on this. And we're going to go to, let's to all right, we have to go to the folder. Oh my God, that's not going to be good. I don't have the key on this computer. Let's, oh, I know what I can do. Ha. A little trick. So that's some of the things that you run into when you are migrating computers. You don't have all your exact files, but I can connect to the old computer and get the file from there and copy it over. So if we were to go into that computer, go into here, let me see if I can find that. Let's copy that to here. And we go to here. And we do SSH-I. Let's see if that's going to work. And EC2-user at, that's not what I want. Let's go here, copy that again. So the reason that it's not coming up is because Docker probably isn't running, or well, Docker is running, but it doesn't have the Jenkins server running. So we are going to get that started. So Docker start. Can I do Docker start Roscoe Jenkins? Well, look at that. There we go. So now that we have the Roscoe Jenkins started on the EC2 instance via Docker, now we can go back over here. Let's do real quick before we switch over. Let's do a Docker logs Roscoe Jenkins. And it should be good. We should be good. All right, so let's go back to our other screen. And we're going to go to here and refresh. It should be coming up. Kind of slow, but it's coming. Why are you taking so long? Maybe it's not fully started yet. It is. So once it gets started, what we're going to do, there we go. Once it gets started, what we're going to do is we are going to log in and we're going to continue attempting to get our GitHub tests to run on Jenkins using Node. All right, that's where we kind of stopped last week or 2 weeks ago, getting Node working. And the way that we approached this was very, very systematically. All right, it was very systematically, so that we could see if we are having errors. All right, so we're like, let's scale it back a little bit and let's see if we're going to what's wrong, and let's fix that particular problem, and then we'll go from there, right? So, and this password was. We are in. Look at that. We are in. All right. So let's see what else is up. All right. So we have this. So last time it ran, it was a success. 13 days ago, we worked on this. Look at that. So let's go ahead and go into this project. And we're going to systematically continue to build out this project to be able to run the test. And then once it can do that, we'll see what else we can do. Maybe we can get it running on Jenkins, or maybe we can get it running somewhere. I don't know. I don't know why it's going so slow though. Let's see. I don't think it's me. I think it's AWS that's going that slow. All right. So here we are. Let's go to let's take a look at the configuration to see what we're actually building, and then we'll continue making modifications to it. All right. So what we did, so it's using this GitHub. Okay. So actually, the tests that we're going to be running are the automation tests that we wrote for FreeMind recovery. I wonder if they've changed it any since we last worked on it. freemindrecovery.com. Take a quick look at that. Looks exactly the same. Cool. All right, so we have that, and then it's going to be using the main branch. Just double check to make sure that take a look at that. Make sure we have it named as the main branch. Yeah, it's called main. All right, cool. And let's see. So right now in our configuration, we have it to get the node version and get the npm version, right? And that's what we ran last time. Let's just save that, and then we'll put in the next step, right? So let me take a look at what we're gonna have to eventually put in here. Actually, we need to do it on the, wait, what? Something's missing. PR branches? Something seems to be missing. Did I not push it? Oh, that's not good. Well, what can we do? That's not good. If I didn't push it. Is there a way for me to push it? Maybe I'll just use another repo for now. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's go with, what else is using? Maybe we'll try this one. Was not expecting that. I thought the code was up there, but this one should be fine. All right, let's put this one in there instead. Thought we could use FreeMind recovery, but maybe not. So let's go here and let's put this, save that. All right, so let's run this as it is real quick, And let's make sure that it's still getting our NPM version, and then we'll proceed with the next steps to be able to run the test for Playwright inside of, yeah, this one is using NPM, so that's good. All right, I did this a year ago. When did I do this? This is software expressions exploring Playwright. When was this last year? Any time? Let me see. Last year when? That was August 20, almost a year ago. Almost a year ago. Look at that. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't know why AWS is going so slow for me. Maybe it needs some more resources. Maybe AWS needs Excalibur. Just saying. Come on, AWS. See what's going on here. I feel like it's going super slow. Maybe it needs more memory. I don't know. All right, let's run something. Build now. Are you building? Let's refresh. Might have to upgrade this EC2 instance to get more memory or something, because it feels like it's going super slow. Because all the other websites are going just fine, so it's not my connection. Let's see what we can do. What is the configuration of this server? Let's go to details. It has 2 virtual CPUs. What about the memory? Don't see the memory, but we probably do have to upgrade it. So, yeah, that's all right. Let's look into that. I don't like this slowness. It's like slowing down what we're doing here. It worked just fine the other day, though. All right, so they both passed. Cool. So let's go back to configure. All right, while that's doing that, I'm gonna look into see how we can upgrade this, because that's really getting on my nerves now. Let's go to actions. Instance setting. What do I want to do? Okay, so we're gonna do the change instance type. So let's see how much time we have left right now. 2 minutes left. All right, so I'm probably gonna stop it when coming towards the end of this, giving it some more memory, and then or giving it a better instance, and then we'll start it back up, because these are inhumane, totally inhumane working conditions. All right, I can't do it. I can't deal with this. But let's say, all right, we have this here. We are going to say we want, let me see, what do we have in here? We have, so we're going to do npm install And then we will do package. We'd want to do whatever, I think it's npx playwright. So let's go to playwright.dev, I believe. And what is the command to kick it off? So installing playwright. Guess we should do that too, maybe. Because I don't think the init or the npm, and well, maybe it will. We'll try it out. So, and then we want to do npx playwright test. So let's do that. And we can close this down. Let's try that, right? And with 17, all right, so it's 17 seconds left. I'm going to save this. And we're going to shut down the instance. And then we're going to upgrade it to a better one. And then we shall try again.
Lunch break. Lunch break.
All right, so as we're going on break, I am going to we'll keep doing it. I'll be monitoring it so we can keep doing it. But let's go to break. Let's go to break. All right. So what do you guys think so far? We have Jenkins running, but it is running kind of slow. We're going to give it a better EC2 instance. We're going to then, once we bring it back up, we're going to be running the what we just put in, like installing the npm modules that are associated with it, and installing and running the playwright to see what errors we get, and we go from there, right? So in our break, let's check the chat, and then I have a video that I want to watch with you, and then we are going to see is there anything else in the chat before we get back to work. All right, so let's see. Junior says inhumane. Yes, that was very, very inhumane to me, that this would be running so slow. That is unethical.
How dare you?
All right. And your car says those are facts. I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying. All right, let's go to check out this video that I wanted to review with you guys. So my good old friend, Robert C. Martin. I wanted to, is this the right one? That's not the right one. Hold on, that's not the right one. How'd that happen? That was not the right one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the one I was looking for. Let's go to find that video. It is that video. Should be this one. I remember that video. Let's see. There we go. That's the one I wanted to review. Let's go here. Let's go there. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do this. Edit that one. That's supposed to be the next one. But this one is very, very important to learning software development. And why am I off center? Let me go here. Let me fix that. All right, there we go. All right, so I wanted to watch this video with Robert C. Martin talking about how small should a function be. Very, very important to software development. So let's watch it, and then we'll have some commentary and feedback either throughout or after, but very, very important stuff, right?
And I call this the first rule of functions. The first rule of functions. First rule is that they should be small. The second rule is they should be smaller than that. I want to turn the knob up on this really high. I want the function small, really small. How small should a function be? What's the proper size for a function? How many lines should it be? Does anybody remember when we first got screens? There was a time we didn't have screens. We wrote our code on paper. In the early days of programming, programmers did not know how to type. We had no keyboard skills. We wrote the code in pencil, and we had other people enter it into punch cards for us. But then eventually we got screens, and we started typing ourselves. That was in the 80s. And those screens, a typical screen, was 24 lines by 72 columns. Why 72 columns? Yes, holes on the punch card. There were 80 columns on a punch card. The last 8 were sequence numbers, so we only needed 72 on the screen. That's the reason they were 72. And the rule came about. Your function should fit on a screen. Well, that meant that the functions had to be about 20 lines of code. Is that the right size? I have a better rule. A function should do one thing. A function should do one thing. That's the rule for how big a function should be. It should do one thing. But now we need to define what one thing is. What's one thing? A function does one thing if you cannot meaningfully extract another function from it. If a function contains code and you can extract another function from it, then very clearly that original function did more than one thing, because you could extract something from it. So I want all my
I never thought about it like that before, but I do understand what he's saying by a function or a method or however you want to call it, depending on the language you're writing in, to do one thing. Because when you have a function that's doing like 5 different things, then it gets really messy. And that's when you start having all these defects and bugs, because you have you're saying, all right, if this happens and do this, if this happens and do that, if this happens and do that, where if you separate all these things out, then you can actually say, all right, call it when needed and handle it that way, instead of having like these spaghetti code that we like to call it, and where it's going here, here, here. There's some functions that I've seen that it's like 1,000 lines long. I'm like, what's going on here? So that definitely makes a lot of sense. Let's keep watching.
Functions to do one thing, and that means I must extract and extract and extract and extract until I cannot extract anymore. I'm going to take all the functions in the system and explode them down into a tree of tiny little functions, optimally extracted, maximally extracted. At this point, there are people in the room going, if I did that, I'd have thousands of little tiny functions. I would drown in a sea of tiny little functions. No, you will not drown in a sea of tiny little functions. And there's a simple reason why you're not going to drown in a sea of little tiny functions, and that's you're going to have to give those functions names. You have to name those functions. And as you name them, you'll have to move them into appropriately named classes and appropriately named packages and appropriately named source files and modules. And you will create a tree, a semantic tree of functions that you can follow by name. So you highlight that indent with your mouse, and you invoke the extract method function of the IDE. And the IDE will come back with an error message and say, I can't extract it because it changes 2 variables. And I can't extract code that changes 2 variables. Well, what are you going to do now? Make them global. You think I'm joking, don't you? But now, look, you can extract that. And you can extract this one into another function. So now I've got 2 functions. I've extracted them out. I can take that one and extract it. Yeah. I can take that one and extract it. And I've got something very interesting here now. I have a set of functions, all of which manipulate a set of variables. What's it called when you have a set of functions that manipulate a set of variables? That's called a class. There was a class hiding inside this big function. And if you think about it, of course there are classes that hide inside big functions, because big functions have a whole bunch of variables and a whole bunch of indents that manipulate those variables. So, of course, every large function is really a class with a bunch of little tiny functions inside it. And if you start extracting and extracting and extracting, you will begin to identify these classes that you would otherwise not have identified, and you'll be able to put them in appropriate names and spaces and allocate them nicely and partition your code well. This is what happens when you start to extract and extract and extract. You find the true object-oriented structure of the system that you're trying to design.
So that was Uncle Bob on the proper size of functions. And like I say, that's one of my favorite people to learn from. And it's about like concepts and ideas and thinking and professionalism. And I think it's, you know, making things as small as possible to keep them as simple as possible and put them in the necessary place that they should be and use them when needed. You know, being organized in your code is so very important. So that's why I wanted to share that, set that insight in design and development, because naming conventions, like I was in code review for the Tech Barbarians because they did some automation code. And, you know, I'm always focusing on, all right, the name, like what name are you naming it? Like, don't name it something like, request payload 1, request payload 2. No, specify what this actually means, what it's being used for. So when you see it, like, okay, I know exactly what this is. Oh, I know exactly what that is. And don't use unnecessary functions, and try to keep them as simple as possible. One thing that it's hard to do, but it's very, like, to me, I try to do it, is using if statements, which is probably what he's going to talk about in that next video that we're going to review, about using Booleans as least as possible. So definitely. All right. So check that out. You know, search for Robert C. Martin, Uncle Bob, get some more insight. His longer presentations are really, really good, talking about professionalism, architecture, all that good stuff. All right. So that is that break. Let's see if anything is in the chat. If not, we'll get back to work. All right, so let's see. And Junior says, and just like that, Bob's your uncle. Such great insight, All right, so let's get to, all right, we're going to shut this. All right,
Let's go!
We are going to shut down Jenkins. So we're going to go here and we're going to say Docker stop Roscoe Jenkins. And that's going to shut that down. And now we are going to go back over here. So this is not going to be working anymore. We're going to go to here and we're going to go to instance state. We're going to stop it. We're going to stop it. We're going to edit it to give it a bigger sized, like more resources. Oops. And once it shuts down, once it stops, then actually what's a T2 medium? That should have been just fine. I thought I was using a micro or a nano or something like that, but that should have been just fine, but whatever. We'll try to give it more space. Medium should be just fine, but for the sake of working through this, we will try a bigger one, I guess. Large. 9 cents an hour. Jeez. Trying to break the bank here. All right. So we upgraded that. Let's start it. Hopefully we'll have some better luck with the speed. Because I refuse to work under these inhumane circumstances.
How dare you?
Next break, I'm going to share a conversation I had with one of my tech barbarians around the difficulty of building a new app and what my response was to that, which might also give you guys some insight as well into, if you're thinking about building something, how you can get into that, you know? I mean, there's going to be some, you're gonna need some education involved in it. However you get that education, but it's more about how I approach doing this stuff. So that's gonna be our next break. So definitely want to stick around to talk about that. Let's see. All right. So this is starting up. It's running. All right, cool. So now we're going to go over back to this screen. And I need to get to the IP for this, or the address. All right. Now we're going to go. We're going to do SSH to SSH into there. And then we're going to say, what was the name of that? AWS. All right, that, and then we're going to say EC2 user at here, enter. We're going to say yes. All right, we're in. We're going to say Docker PS, Docker's running, Docker start, Roscoe Jenkins. All right, it's started. So let's do, see Docker logs. Oops, Docker logs, Roscoe Jenkins. I wish, all right, cool. It's up and running. All right, so I wish Docker had autocomplete. Maybe there's a plugin that we can install for autocomplete on Docker. All right, so let's go back to here. It should be just like that. Let's see. See if it's going fast. It still feels kind of, it feels kind of slow to me. I don't know. It's not my connection. Everything else is working just fine. Why is it going so slow? Let's take a look at the storage. Shouldn't be storage though. Let's see. I don't think it would be storage. See, this doesn't make any sense. Why is it going so slowly? Has to be something with the network. Let's see here. Networking. I don't know. I don't know why it's going so slow. Maybe just one of those days. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to make a lemon out of lemonades. That is so annoying. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Do a quick Google search. Why is EC2 instance loading so slow? Issues with external servers, disk crashing, or network connectivity can cause slow or unresponsive Amazon EC2 instances. to resolve a slow or unresponsive Amazon EC2 instance, use one of the following methods. Estimate the IOPS required. It shouldn't be that much. It's not being overutilized either. I don't know. That's so weird. I don't know. But let's go to here. I don't know. I'm getting annoyed with this thing. I should just pivot and do it locally. What? Do it locally? Yes, do it locally. Do I have Docker up and running? Let me see. Hey, Yakar, do you think we should test drive Excalibur and say, you know what, AWS is going too slow. Let's do it locally with Docker. I don't know. Let me see. Oops. Well, while we wait for that, we will start with what we were planning to do next week, because I am not going to be bullied by AWS into waiting for this slow connectivity. So what we're going to do is let me kick this off. Let's see what we got. But can I do that? Let me see if I can do the let me see if I can do the two screens. All right, hold on. Let's go to here, and we are going to go in here, and we're going to go to let me see. And then we're going to go here. All right. Let's go to boom. So while we have AWS here, we'll also be working over here. All right. So let me see why this failed. But we'll also, that's loading, install Jenkins via Docker. And we can go to that. All right, so locally, we are going to do, so while we wait for, we're gonna multitask a little bit, right? While we wait for AWS to load, we're gonna start on our end to set up. We're gonna start setting up aren't you loading? Hold on. Let me go to here. All right. So we'll go back and forth between this to see. while that's taking its sweet precious time, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say Docker gonna copy this line right here. And I'm going to change. I thought I had the name in here. Hold on. Don't I have the name in here somewhere? Ah, okay. Let's go to here and let's do Control C. And we're gonna, why does it say JDK 11? I want JDK 11. This is the one that I used last time. Do one more. Install Jenkins via Docker. And let's go look at this one. That one either. Might be this one. Oh no. All right, we'll use the one from this one. All right, so we'll use the one from Octopus. Let's go to, just do regular Jenkins. We'll do that, and we're gonna name it Roscoe Jenkins Jr. And let's run that. Then we're going to look for that password to get it started up. Then we'll go to localhost 8080. And the only thing that sucks is we're going to have to do that all that node part over again that we did last time. But whatever. It is what it is. AWS is going very, very slow for us. All right, so here, what did it say? So it actually went all the way to the npx playwright part. However, it was not able to find, it wasn't able to find Chromium. Looks like playwright test or playwright was just installed or updated. Please run the following command to download the new browser. So we need to do npx install. All right, so let's add this to the mix. And so on one screen, we have it's done setting it up locally. On the other screen, it's like we're racing. It's like we're racing. We are racing. So let's go back over to here. And while it's doing that, we're going to go over here and we're going to say Docker logs Roscoe. Well, not even that yet. We're going to go to another tab. We're going to do localhost 8080. And would you look at them apples? Look at that. Look at that. We didn't even have to wait for the slowness of AWS either. So now we need the, you know what I could do? Give me a second. Let me see. Maybe I can go smaller. And I could, bear with me for a second here. I am just doing some crazy stuff Where is terminal? And let's say we compress these a little bit. And now I can make that bigger. And on this side of the game, if we say we get here, let's see, we bring that here and we make that smaller. Now it's a lot more visible. There we go. That looks a lot better. So let's see. Let's go back to over here. And we wanted to, it's gonna take a while to get this in AWS. Like by the time we get it in AWS, we're probably a lot further along in. All right, so Roscoe Jenkins Jr. and our password is here that we're going to use to set it up. So let's go over to here. I need, all right, let me see, where can I put this command somewhere?
Lunch break. Lunch break.
All right, we're gonna go to break. Let me just put this password in here. And continue. No, install suggested plugins. All right, so while it's doing that, let's go to break. And then once AWS finishes loading up, we shall, you know, install the, still not, it's like, I don't know, it's so weird. We shall do the next thing. All right, so let me move that over here. That's a good landing spot for it right there. There, look at that, boom. And there we go. I like that. I like that. Cool. All right, let's go to break. Let's go to break. All right, so let's check the chat real quick. In your car says, let's play it forward. Let's use Excalibur. And Mitch says, we might as well name our Jenkins Docker container as Peanut or Ray Ray. Peanut or Ray Ray? Hey, why not? All right, next Docker container we create, we are going to name it Peanut or exactly that, Peanut or Ray Ray. That's going to be the name, not Peanut and then another option of being Ray Ray. It's going to be Peanut or Ray Ray, you know, and you choose what you want to call it, right? So that, thank you. That's a great idea. That is definitely a great idea, Mitch. All right, so let's talk about this really, really quick. So, I don't know if I did anything. Let me see. Did I do anything for? I don't think I put any titles for this. Pretty sure I didn't. All right, cool. So we are going. Let me set a timer for 5 minutes. Right. So one of my tech barbarians, they asked me today, right? They said, or I think it was yesterday they asked, right? They said, how difficult would it be to build an app in a particular type of app they mentioned? And I said, well, it depends. It depends on how we want to build it. If we are going to build it in small iterations, like we've been doing for like using the agile methodology, the way that we've been doing for, the past however many months we've been working together, then it's going to be fairly easy, because as we learn, as we go along, we're going to be creating stories. We're going to be using the agile methodology, the agile principles. We're going to be having our 2-week sprints and say, okay, let's estimate on the level of effort it's going to take to get this story done. What do we think we can accomplish this sprint? And then we'll prioritize accordingly, right? And so that was that. But then there was like, well, this is the type of app that I want to build. Let's say, for instance, it's a financial app, right? You're just throwing a type of app. Like, let's say it's a budgeting app, for instance. And it's like, well, I used to use this particular budgeting app in the past because it helped me with A, B, and C. And I thought about like, maybe I could create my own budgeting app, but there's so many budgeting apps that exist. What do you think? I'm like, well, number one, there is never going to be too many, because just because somebody else did it doesn't mean that you can't do something that is similar but has its own uniqueness and is better, and you just introduce more competition. If you just knew how many different applications are created, how many different companies are created, and let's say most of them fail, but at least you did something. And for me, everything is also a learning opportunity. So even if there, and I said, like, even if there were thousands of these apps, but when I'm designing something, when I'm building something, I'm not thinking about everyone else. I'm not thinking about, sorry, Mitch, but I'm not thinking about Mitch, if Mitch is going to use it, if he's going to like it. I'm not necessarily thinking about if your car is going to like it, if your car is going to use it. I might think about if Roxy's going to use it. I'm just going to be honest. I'm like, you know what? Roxy might use this, but it is not what is the top of my concern. It's like, how is this going to help me? What can I build that's going to help me? And that's how I had the time cost calculator, because I'm like, you know what? I want to know in an easy fashion how I'm wasting my time to help me make better decisions on if I should do something or if I should not do something, if I should rearrange the order I'm going to do it, if it's more profitable and lucrative to do something at this time versus this time, So I'm like, all right, so first and foremost, if it's going to help you, then that's definitely a reason to build it. And a lot of times when you build something that helps you, you find out that many other people have that same problem as well. Many other people have that same problem. They're looking for that solution as well, but they didn't think about it. So now you build it and it's helping you. You introduce it to the rest of the world and they say, oh yeah, this is very helpful. However, this could also help me. And then you start getting more ideas as well. And you start getting more ideas, and then you start to like, okay, now let's add these features, and people say, oh, yeah, I really like it. And now it starts to grow, get more user requests, and then you decide what's the best way to implement it, all of that good stuff. So, and that's how I approach it. Like, so you keep it very, very small, very, very simple. You break it up into little iterations, the same way that Uncle Bob was talking about building it with, this, like small functions, well, small iterations as well. So that's what I'm thinking about. And so it doesn't matter if the app exists. It's like this, right? The way that, and Mitch helped me with this, right? When Mitch says no free promos, and I'm thinking about like, well, I could pay X amount of dollars for a t-shirt, or I could design my own merch and wear my own clothes for that same amount that I'd be buying someone else's clothing. Right? So I'm like, hey, wearing a Tech Savage t-shirt today, right? Have the Tech Savage hoodies.
Back to work. chop, chop. Let's go. Come on, get a move on. You're back to work, back to work, back to work.
How dare you?
That was so rude. I was cooking too. All right. But like I was saying, like I'd rather like have my own stuff instead of, just on somebody else's stuff, like Mitch says, no free promos, So that's why I'm like, if you create your own app, you use your own app, I'm not saying like go and create your own Facebook or your own YouTube or something like that, but whatever, like, but when you think about it, Rumble, they didn't like something about YouTube and all these other social media stuff. So they created their own, and Rumble's growing, so that's why I'm like, you want to think about what's going to help you, and then how can we get it to help others as well? Solve a problem for yourself. You end up usually solving a problem for other people. Now, the last question I think they asked me today is like, how much would it cost? Well, I'm like, well, when you're getting started, it's not really going to cost you unless you're hiring somebody to do it for you. That's a different story. But if you're on the team, if you're a tech barbarian, you have an idea like, hey, I want to build something. Let's do it. We have the infrastructure, we have the team, we have the knowledge, and it's like, cool. So, and I'm like, all right, so the cost is like, since we're building it, it's not going to cost anything because we're going to start off testing it locally and running it locally on our computer, whether it's an actual mobile app, whether it's a web app, we're still going to be running it locally, and you're going to build a tons of experience in that. But as well, once you start to host it, then you're going to scale the infrastructure as needed. So let's say it's a mobile app that's going to be requiring some APIs, right? So let's say we host these APIs on either AWS or a Firebase or something like that. We have a database with maybe Mongo or whoever, you scale it as you need it. So now as you start getting more users, then you start adding more like infrastructure around it to be able to support. You scale it up. And that's how I'm like, so the cost initially is going to be like pretty much nothing. But then once we deploy it, then you're going to have to we'll have to pay for the, like whatever hosting costs there are related to it, and then scale it from there. And the last thing I told them was also, what you also want to think about is, as it grows, how do you monetize it? Is it going to be through ads for free users, or is it going to be like, if you get a membership, then you get these features? So I'm like, also think about that. Think about how it's going to help you, and as part of the coaching group, one of the things that I look for, like, it's because a lot of people are trying to find their way in tech, and I'm trying to see, like, we're exploring different avenues, and so one of my tech barbarians, I'm like, all right, you are going to be the product owner for some different projects and apps that we're going to be building, that you can actually build that experience. So now they're going through a project ownership course. And while they're doing that, they're also starting to gather requirements, write the stories and stuff like that in parallel. So it's not just abstract knowledge, but they're actually dealing with stakeholders who have an idea for an app. And now they can actually go through the whole process of product ownership, project management. And now they're going to gather those requirements, come back to the development team and go through the stories. And we're going to give some feedback and refine those stories so that we can actually start building, so that's what I want to talk about on this break, and some different, the ways to think through these things, and not just like, oh, I could never do that because it's so big. Like, how small can we start? How small can we start, and how can we expand it so that something that started very small, it grows organically, So that is my thought on that. All right. So now let's go back to the chat real quick before we get to our last coding segment of the night. So let's see what else we got. Let's see. Roxy says, thank you for considering what I think, and Mitch did not like that whatsoever. Mitch says, It is what it is. It is what it is. And Mrs. Talk That Talk. You know it. T-shirts, tech boogies for life. Let's see. Why not be better than Facebook and YouTube? I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth on why, right? The amount of money it takes to build out that infrastructure, that hosting cost alone, oh my God. Like, I can't even imagine the cost. See, and here's the thing, AWS, or not necessarily AWS, but like, cause AWS does do it too, because, but like the storage cost for that, for YouTube and for Facebook, oh my God, I can't even imagine like what those bills look like. And like Rumble, I think Rumble has built out their own infrastructure as well. So it's a lot. I mean, you can do it on a like, to start off small scale, because people do it, but it's like, where do they host it? Like, for instance, those different video platforms, if they have their own storage and stuff like that, they're probably going through like AWS or Microsoft Azure. And if they have user uploaded content, it is, trust me, that bill is crazy. You could do it, but it's gonna be, and also to like, think about it like this too, Junior. When you're trying to grow it in those instances, like Facebook is a little different, right? But like, especially on a video content site, you're gonna take a loss for a very, very long time, because you can't start advertising and stuff like that to make that money back, or charging people to be on your platform when you're not getting much traffic to it yet. So that's why I for those certain things, I stay away from them and I try to use what's available, especially when there's on that grand scale. But you know, it's definitely possible, but it's a lot of infrastructure behind it. And you says, exactly, eat an elephant one bite at a time. Which does raise a question. Number one, has anybody ever eaten an elephant before? I mean, I'm sure people have, but anybody that I know, because I like the quote, but I never really eaten an elephant before. I don't know. It's pretty interesting. All right. Let's get to our last coding segment of the night. And well, there's 20 minutes left. So I'm not even gonna put the last timer on. We're just gonna go off this 20 minutes and then we'll wrap it up when it's time to wrap it up. So let's go to Junior says, nope. Not me. Have not eaten it. I haven't either. I really, you know what? We're gonna do a slight pivot real quick. Let's go to, because I'm just curious now. Junior guys, you guys blame Junior for this, right? Blame Junior for this. Let's go to, how does elephant taste? Just curious. According to one politician, elephant meat tastes like venison. Venison is, what is venison? I think venison is like a deer? What is venison? I mean, what is venison? See, oh my God, another rabbit hole. What is venison? Venison is deer meat. Yeah, so venison is deer meat. All right. So let's see. So elephant meat is forbidden by some dietary laws. I did not know that. Jewish dietary laws prohibit eating elephant meat because elephants are not ruminant and do not have cloven hooves. Some Islamic scholars also prohibit eating elephant meat because elephants are considered predatory or fanged animals. Well, let's see. Thankfully, these accounts give some hint as to what elephant meat actually tastes like. Its flavor is by turns unpleasant and peculiar, and its texture varies between coarse and slight gelatinous. Apparently, elephant tastes like spam. Whoa, all right. Wait a second here. Elephant tastes like spam? but then they're saying it's not good. I mean, I like spam, so I don't know. I don't know. The meat. So Reddit says the meat is too rubbery in texture. It tastes awful, like biting into a tire tube. Who has been into a tire tube? What? I've never been into a tire. All right. Enough down this rabbit. Enough down this rabbit hole. All right. It's only getting worse from here. It's only getting all right. Let's get back to work. Okay. So anyhow, let's go into here real quick, and I'm just gonna drop in the code to install. Where did I save that code? Let's say to go here and drop that right there, and we're gonna save this. And now it's gonna take its sweet, precious time to save, but we will go here while it's doing that. We're gonna say, TCR live stream again, TC. And we're gonna say full name. Let's go with that. And we'll go with that it matters. And we shall save and continue. And we can close that. And the URL, and that can be just fine. All right, cool. Start using Jenkins. Here we are. So let's go back. And while this is doing its thing over here, oh, you can't see it because it's not showing, but while AWS is working to load, let's go into let's go here. Let's go to manage Jenkins. We need to install a couple of things. All right, that we're not going to do. So let's go to, all right, what we need to go to first is plugins. Do you see how fast? All right, Yakar, I don't know if you saw me do this the other day, but I'm going to do this right now because you're here, right? I'm going to take, let's do this real quick. I'm going to actually do it on the other screen. Take a look at this, Yakar. Let's go to, so we got Docker running, we got eCam running, we got Google running, and look how no memory pressure. Look at this, right? Look at that. Let me see how my CPU is looking, right? Everything is so low. Everything is so low. I'm just saying. All right. So let's continue. I just had to show how well we're doing by running all these things simultaneously. All right. So let's go into add a plugin. All right. So let's go back to, this is the AWS one. Let's do a build now. Let it take its precious little time. And we're going to go here and we're going to say Node.js. Oh, why is that so old? Oh, that's good. Let's do that. Is there any other ones we were thinking of? Let me see. NPM. Let's see. I would go to what's their name? The AWS one, but that one's gonna take so long. Let me go. Oops. Yeah, I think that's what we want. So let's go ahead and install this one. It should be pretty quick. All right. And let's go to manage Jenkins. Let's go to system. And let's go to down over here. Where did we install that last time? Let me see what this is doing. Refresh that. Back over here. Where is the... Let's go back. Where did we do this last time? All right, there we go. We're going here. And we're going to go to Node.js installation. We're going to say install automatically. I think we can use this. And let's go to name Node.js 22.6.0. And let's see, installer, install from nodejs.org. Oh, wait. What did I do? Okay, so let's go ahead and save that. This is did apply. Apply. All right, so that should do it, I think. Let's go and create a job. Pretty much the same thing that we did last time. Let's just do a basic freestyle for now. Node.js install test. Let's do that, right? And let's just go to and we're gonna go to, well, we don't need anything right now. I just want to see if it's going to be able to run node version npm version. And let's save that. Let's kick off a run. And then let's take a look at over here. So it failed. All right. So here, let's go to last build. And while that's taking a sweet precious time, let's go see why this failed. Console output. Node not found. All right. So let's look up to this last week. Or yeah, 2 weeks ago. Install node on Jenkins. Let's see what this says. Let's see. Echo path. We might have to do this thing over here. Let's see. For the underlying architecture, if available, force 32-bit package. Let's see. AWS failed us today. Let's see. Let's go to configure. Let's go to echo path. I really think that there was something we did last time where we got it to, we got the, here. Let me see. See, that installation isn't there. Why is it not there? Let me see. Some this package install global for receipt. To that, if you choose, then you'll be based to configure a series of installers for this tool, where each installer defines how Jenkins will try to install this tool. So if we go back over here, let me see what we got. So it's down. So it downloaded Chromium, did all that type of stuff, and npx tests, running 9 tests using 1 worker. So it actually ran, I think. Host is missing dependencies to run browsers. Install them with the following command. All right. I wonder if I could do sudo from there. Let's try that. Although it's going to take forever here. I just need to, well, you know what? Before I even do that, it's going to take too long to navigate that. Let's see. Let's see. After installing the plugin, I got that. After installing the plugin, we have the plugin installed. Go to Jenkins configure tools and add the new Node.js installation. For every node, you can choose install automatically version. Now go to the job configuration screen. Okay. Maybe I didn't do that part. Okay, I think that's what it is. All right, cool. So let's go over here. And I think that's the part that I even missed last time. Oops. Leave. Let's go to this one. Configure. And we're going to go provide. Is it this one? Node.js. I think that's that. Node. Yeah, I think that's what it is. So we're going to select that. And if we say save and we run it now, let's see. Something. All right, so that worked. So that's awesome. So at least we have it running locally while we patiently wait on AWS to get its act together. Let me see if I was to go to. It's gonna take so long. All right, so we got that. Now let's see what else we can do. Let's go and do here. And we're gonna do configure, and we're gonna go into here. We're gonna say npm install And we're going to say npx. Where are those? We actually can get it from here if they ever show up. But let's paste that because we're going to need this one. We are going to also need the one for Chromium that I have over here. Put that in there. And we're going to say, where's my playwright? We're going to say npx playwright test. We're also going to take the GitHub repo for this one. Copy. Gonna go back over here and we're gonna say source code. This is the repository. There's no credentials needed. Branch. I believe this branch is also called main. You double check. Main. Yeah, it's called main. We're going to call that main. And what is the, let's see what we have in here. npm install, playwright install. Let me copy this command in there too. I can do that, both of them side by side. I wonder if we're gonna get any issues with the sudo that we're putting in there, but because sudo is like super user permissions, but we shall see. Oh, we need this one over here too. Oh, we do have that one. What was the command that we needed for installing Chromium? Playwright install Chromium. The browser.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B.
Oh,
It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Oh, wow. Looks like it's time to go. Let's run this real quick locally and on AWS if it ever gets to that point. Save here. Let's go here and let's save here. And let's run over here. I think the sudo might give us an error because I don't know if it's going to have permissions to do it, but we shall see. So this one is running. This one is still trying to save. This is the one that's AWS. This is Excalibur running right here. Let's take a look at the console output. So it's downloading the Chromium drivers. Let's see. Over here. Did I kick it off? I don't even know. All right. So we have our Chromium. We have our Firefox. Sudo not found. I wonder if we were to do it without sudo, what would happen? Just curious. Let me just kick that out. So it's probably going to be the same thing in AWS. This takes us forever to find that out, but I'm just going to remove sudo and then we're going to wrap it up. So if we go here and we take off sudo, and we save and we build. And we shall see what, well, that was quick. Why did that fail already? Let me see, console output. Failed to install browser dependencies. Switching to root user to install dependencies. Password SU. What's using that? Oh, okay. I see what it's talking about. But sudo not found. Gotcha. Well, we'll pick up on that part next week to see how we can, because I really would like to get Playwright running on this. I'm pretty sure it's possible. We just need to figure out why the sudo isn't found, or maybe how to pass a password. I don't know. But yeah, so we need the sudo, but maybe we need to install sudo with Jenkins. We'll figure it out. We shall figure it out. Yeah. Anyways, as the sign said, it's time to wrap it up. So let's get to it. All right. That's that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see what the chat says as we head out. All right. So, your car says, my whale is getting chopped up now. How does whale taste? Has anybody eaten whale before? Let's see. Roxy says that venison is deer meat. I have had venison before then, and I actually liked it. I smoked it on a pellet grill. And your car says that he's going to start on the design for the Tech Pookies t-shirt. I promise you, if you create it, I will put it in the store. I will definitely put it in the store. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. And Mitch says, I've had yellow watermelon. And Roxy says, send a t-shirt my way. Pretty, please.
Let's get it.
No elephant meat for Roxy. Okay, we got you. No rubber tasting spam. And Mitch says, t-shirt Mitch is here. Stop the show. You got it, Mitch. You got it. And let's see. It says, guarantee it will sell out in less than a week. That's what we're going. That's what we're going for. And we're gonna need a song that goes with the t-shirt. You know, I'm just saying. Mitch said, not like and Mitch says, Tech Pookie t-shirt will be in the trash along with all the products. Mitch, are you going to be like the grumpy old man forever? Like, come on, Mitch. Have some belief.
They ain't believing us.
Terrible. Oh my goodness. Exactly. Thank you, your car. See, your car gets the spirit, right? Don't knock it until you try it. See, that's and then your car, and then he's gonna wonder, like, how come I didn't end up on the intro? And because of the negative Nancy spirit of Mitch. Like, he doesn't even give the t-shirt a try before he's like, it's gonna be in the trash with all the Apple products. I mean, Mitch, why would you buy an Apple product just to throw it in the trash, right? Why would you buy an Apple product just to throw it in the trash? Come on. Come on, Mitch. Come on. Let's see what else we got. It says, yep, call me Stanley. Don't walk on my grass. How do you remember his name? How did you remember his name, Mitch? Like, how did you remember Stanley's name? I didn't remember his name. Anyways, Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. It's been a wonderful, wonderful night hanging with all my friends, all of the tech pookies out there. I'm just saying.
We the best.
Mitch has a going away message for us. He says, you, your car, Ralph, and the intro. I'm saying, you know what? I'm going to extend the intro, and I am going to add some more people to it. I'm gonna add some more people to the intro, just to make Mitch feel better. Right? I'm gonna add some more. I'll probably have it by maybe by Saturday, maybe by Sunday. We shall see. All right. Anyways, we are gonna get out of here. You see? Just saying. It is what you know what it is. All right. Let me get out of here. Right. The question that we always have to ask on the way out is.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
I am very, very well entertained, as always, because I get to hang out with my friends on a Thursday night, do some work, get Excalibur ramped up, installing Jenkins on it, fighting with AWS. You know, the battle continues. The tech mercenaries do not quit. And part of the tech mercenaries, we have the tech pookies, we have the tech barbarians, we have the tech savages, we have the we have the tech prodigy, we have the technical explorers, we have the tech mercenaries, we have the bag chasers. Shout out to you all. See, and Mitch and your car says entertained as always. Let me just play around and find out. You gonna catch these hands. We don't want that to happen. We do not want that to happen. All right. And you guys always know yesterday's price is not today's price. Today's price is certainly not tomorrow's price, because
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
the price of the brick is always going up. And Mitch says we are not friends. No, Mitch, we're like stepbrothers. You remember the movie Step Brothers? Did we just become best friends? Did we just become best friends, Mitch? Did we just become best friends, Mitch? Please, Mitch, please affirm me. Tell me that we're best friends. Tell me that we're best. And you remember Talladega Nights? Shake and bake. Shake and bake, Mitch. Shake and bake. All right. Anyhow, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you all. Have a wonderful night, Mitch, your car, Roxy, Junior, all of you guys have a wonderful night. It's been such a pleasure hanging out with my tech pookies. We are out.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.